WATE 6 on your side, legal analyst Greg Isaacs, thank you for being here as we talk about the turnaround in the Jussie Smollett case. Boy, such a high-profile case. So many people talking about this. The charges are just dropped. How does that happen?
Wow, a lot of people want to know. 18 days after a Chicago grand jury indicted Smollett on 16 counts of felony disorderly conduct, which is the equivalent of making a false statement under Tennessee law. Statements by the police superintendent on Good Morning America. This man is guilty. It's terrible. We spent money. He has ruined race relations.
Police acted like they were surprised.
Well, they were, but let's talk about what he did. Smollett called the police, alleged that in the early morning hours he was attacked by two men. They assaulted him, put a noose around his neck, sprayed a chemical on him, yelled homophobic and racial slurs. Then the police find who they thought did it, two brothers.
Turns out you knew these two brothers.
Knew them. Paid him $3,500, allegedly. They cooperated. He's arrested. A $10,000 bond. 18 days later, wow.
Okay, so he had to forfeit that $10,000 bond and do community service. Where do we stand with that, and why that?
Here's why the controversy. The mayor of Chicago is not happy, neither is the Chicago PD, because Smollett's lawyers are saying absolutely no deal, and they got the court files records sealed. One of the prosecutors, Maggot from the DA's office, is saying, hey, they were dismissed, but this is done routinely if there's an informal pretrial diversion, etc. He had to do community service. He had to forfeit his $10,000. So, you know, he also said, hey, we've done this 5,700 times. Just because it's Smollett, you guys are making a big deal out of it. But, Lori, it is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
You know, if it wasn't, they wouldn't have been on Good Morning America. They wouldn't have been on CNN. They wouldn't have been on Fox. They talked about blowing up his career, playing the race card.
Do you think he would get his job back after this? Or is there still that shroud of doubt over him?
You know, I think you're going to have this shroud of doubt because they've also said it doesn't mean that he is exonerated. It means that we're dismissing it. Maybe we couldn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. Maybe we did it because it was the right thing to do, but it doesn't mean he's innocent. It just means the charges were dismissed. People are speculating, will he sue? Will he do this?
Would he sue, and would he want to?
Absolutely not. If I was his lawyer, I would say, you do not want to give a deposition under oath because then all of the truth would come out.
Unseal those records.
Unseal those records. You know, he also allegedly received a letter with a white substance with homophobic and racial slurs. The FBI is looking at that. There could be federal charges. But what a difference 18 days make.
Boy.
One of the most popular, engaging individuals on Empire, humiliated. Well, he was a victim for a few days, 15 minutes of fame. Then he's a terrible criminal. And now everybody's scratching their head.
He's in limbo right now.
He's in limbo.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lori and Greg. If you have a question for Greg, just send him an email to askisaacs@WAT.com. Be sure to tune into WAT 6 on Your Side News at 5:30 every Wednesday to see if he answers any of your legal questions. Stay with us. We'll be right back.